What's up with the YouTube? This TK with Cuts by Kelly. In this video, we're just going to zero gap these clippers. Now I don't have the blade on this one because I threw it away, and I'm going to just do the zero gap on a new blade. And for these Shinon clippers, it's the same thing, so I won't be doing these clippers, but it's the same process, so no need for me to do it again. But what I'm doing here, you can do on the Shinon. So with that, this is TK with Cuts by Kelly. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit the notification bell, and let's get into the video. First thing first, get your Phillips head screwdriver. That's the only tool you will need. And then from there, we're going to unscrew these two screws. Now we're going to loosen these two screws. We're not going to unscrew them all the way. We just want to loosen them up so we could get some movement on our blade. So you can see we're moving this blade side to side, but we're going to move it up and down. That's what we're trying to loosen this up so we can move the blade up and down. Next up is we're going to zero gap. So we're going to set this cutting blade and we're going to push it up. So right now you can see it set down. So I'm about to push it up. I'm moving the cutting blade up, and we're going to move that to make it even with the steel blade. So we want it even all the way across. And when we get that, that's the zero gap that we're looking for. We're just saying there's no space between those two. It's flush. So I normally set mine a little down, just a little bit. I give a hair space between it just so I don't cut any of my clients. Because if you zero gap it, it'll be sharp, but some of your clients might say it hurt. So once we do that, I just tighten the screws, not all the way, just till it stopped turning, and then I double check my blade to make sure it didn't move. So you see the blade looks good. So now I'm going to tighten it all the way. From here, I'm going to move it side to side just to make sure that it's still even all the way across. Because sometimes once you move it to one side, the blade overlaps. So I just want to make sure when I move it side to side, it still will be zero. Now that it's good, we're just going to screw that back on with those two screws. And then I test it on my arm and make sure it's not cutting me around when I put it on there, or that it doesn't hurt. After that, we're good to go. So that's all for this video. This is TK with Cuts by Kelly. Make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, and make sure you hit the notification bell if you want to see more of my content. I appreciate you.